Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's Monday. It's the 5th of October. We are back with the Skinny Jean Gardener Show. Last week we had a good one. This week I've got a great feeling we're going to have an even better one. Ready? Let's see who's coming in. Put in the chat if you're coming in. We ready? It's the Skinny Jean Gardener. No one's coming in yet. Yeah. People coming in now. We've got a hell of a show coming up. No idea what we're talking about. Hell of a show. So gets in. No one else is in the moment. Right, let's ready. Bow. Bow, bow. Now. Okay. This is it. Monday, everyone. It's the big show. The opening act of the week. You've all been waiting for it. Wait a minute. And we're going to talk about gardeners. 07423 574 520. Now, Bill. Everyone's coming in. It's going to be a hell of a show. Are you ready? Ian's in. Here we go, everyone. Let's do it. Now, as soon as I... Wait a second. Okay, you ready? Okay. Right, okay, so it's 07423 574 520 for tonight's show. Are you ready? Let's do it! Now! Ow! Bow, bow. What are you doing? Just press it. Facilia. Or Pacilia, if you just read it off there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, Anon. I've done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
Are you going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah,
Migration.
Here we go. Hear it? No, we're not going to do that. Hello, welcome everyone to the show. It's Monday. How are you all doing? I hope you're all good. 07423 574 520. I think I said that right. It's coming along the screen. You know the phone number. Or you can click the link in the comments. And you can literally be streamed right in. Tell me what you've been up to in the garden here in the UK. For anyone that may be in the US of A. That's a rubbish impression, wasn't it? Or maybe you're in... G'day, mate. Actually, we do have some Australian people sometimes watch, which blows my mind. G'day, guys. They probably won't watch after I've destroyed their accent. But if you've got something you want to talk about, something you've been doing in the garden over the weekend, then please do get in touch. We have had a proper wet one. A proper wet weekend. I had all of the plans. I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Olive outside and we are going to do a little bit of gardening. Not a lot. Just a little potter. Have a little tidy up. See what we can harvest. See what's left over. Everything's starting to die back a little bit now. See what we've got going on. Didn't happen because it didn't stop raining. So thanks, weather. Thanks, mate. Feel like we've been treated too well over the summer. And now the realisation that winter is the winter's. I've not actually watched Game of Thrones, but I've seen this bit. The winter is coming. I watched it until the dragons come along, but then winter is coming. The realization that winter is actually coming and autumn is definitely here has really sunk in. I think I mentioned it about a week or so ago, but it really sunk in this week. Really wet weather, and it just did not happen. It just didn't happen, and which is a shame, really. It's a bit of a shame. We did get out for like a couple of minutes. I'm talking minutes. Mainly to find a stick. That's literally as far as our gardening went this weekend. To find a stick to turn into a Harry Potter wand. Oh, and actually, we did come down and collect the pumpkins, which are no more down in the studio. They're now up in the house, waiting, ready to go. Because, as we know, Halloween's coming. And if you come round our house, you'll see that we are fully ready for it. Here's a man. Hello.
Do you want to sort this internet signal out? Look at that. Shameful.
What's going on?
Oh, the internet's a lot better on my phone than it is on the TV. Look at that.
Am I coming in 3D or 4D or whatever it is?
I don't know.
You're probably coming better than me, but anyway.
Well, I had a very good weekend.
Hey, mate.
I had a very good weekend.
You down the allotment, weren't you?
I went down the allotment, did a bit of cleaning up, and I put some insulation on the walls, and it was nice and toasty warm in there.
Hey, tell me, man, did you keep the laminate flooring on the shed wall?
I did, but I've decided to take it off and put it back on again. Because I realised what I did wrong is I'm on 10%, is I should have put one there and the next one over there. So a stagger effect.
Yeah.
Rather than just straight up. But I quite like the blinds.
You got quite a few little bits and bobs, didn't you?
I've even got now, because I've had a few comments on my videos. Although I think if you're in the garden, it's all go. But I've got a new set of trousers.
Wow. Very fancy.
So there's no holes in these.
So that YouTube money must be pouring in, mate.
Oh, yes. At least £4 extra this week.
Oh, well, that's good, man.
Anyway, I just thought I'd pop in quickly. I've got something on the boil at the moment, so I'm going to sort that out. But I'll come back later.
Yeah, you sort that out, mate. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Sean James. Not had him on he's been gone for about a week, I think. He's not actually gone anywhere, but I don't know if we've heard from him on the show. It's good to see him. You too are very much welcome to call in. So the only point we actually walked out into the garden, I mean, now he's making me look right. He had a right old busy one down the allotment, didn't he? He's made me look right lazy. There's nothing worse. I just can't. Getting Olive out in the garden when it's raining is probably the hardest thing. The hardest thing to do. But we did come out. The pumpkins are gone, and the house looks like. What is it called? I must stop doing that. It's annoying in the podcast, I've been told. It looks like Frankenstein's house, not totally, but we're well decorated for Halloween. We're ready to go. The pumpkins are ready to carve. I think they're going to be carved. I know that some of you mainly Sugget, will not be happy about that, but that is what's going to happen with them, I'm afraid. Sorry about that, mate. Painted and carved. So today I went out into I've got a little courtyard where I've been growing stuff. You may have seen it on the Instagram. And the lavender. I think I put a post up today about it. The lavender is just dying away. And I looked at it and I felt really quite sad. I was like, yeah. It's autumn now, isn't it? It's autumn now. I've got some bits growing. I need to change over some of that compost in that veggie pod. It's my own fault. And, actually, thinking about that, this is, if anyone watched Sugget's show, I did go on Sugget's show real briefly and I called in last night. The wormery. has been one of the things. We popped down the garden. Okay, we spent more than a minute out in the garden, me and Olive, in between a rainstorm. And the wormery was one of those things we visited because I felt like we haven't visited it for a little bit. And I wanted to check up on them and make sure they were okay. And we opened it up, and I just expected that the worms would be like love and life and sitting on top. And it was actually really, really wet in there. I was like, it's too wet. Like, it shouldn't be this wet. It's got a cover on the top of it. It's got a couple of layers. But the compost, like literally the bottom was full of water. Can worms drown? Hopefully not, anyway. Anyway, I let all the water out of the bottom, which was the worm juice, really, but it was sort of composty water. I hadn't really composted much. And we were basically putting some scraps in there. We had some potato scraps and some broccoli. We put a little bit of broccoli in there too. But I couldn't find the worms, so I had a little dig around for them, and I still couldn't find them. And I did panic that they might have escaped. I had a little look up about it. I did speak to Sugget about it last night on the show. And apparently you're not supposed to, like, this is basically a warning to everyone that has got a wormery or just starting a wormery. You're not supposed to dig around in your wormery because apparently they lay their little eggs, their worm eggs, and you moving it around disturbs them, and then that sort of doesn't help the worms be born. Be born. Doesn't help the worms anyway be born. And so I shouldn't have done that. That was mistake number one. I drained the water out of the bottom, left the tap on, but apparently on the sort of wormies that I have, and I need to get some videos to show you guys on here, but on the sort of wormies that I have, they've got air vents in the top, which it has, and apparently that lets in a lot of water, and it's a known problem with them. So I need to put it under cover, and I've done that now. I've put it under a little bit of, actually, if you know my garden, I've got a little bit of a raised platform for Olive to run up. I put it under there for now. Olive wasn't happy about it, but I said, look, you're not really using it in this weather, so let's just save the worms, put them under there. We put our scraps on top, and tomorrow I'm going to put a bit of paper, screwed up paper in there as well. Keep layering it as we go along. Need to keep feeding them. I was worried that we weren't feeding them enough as well. That was one of the things. I was like, I hope we're feeding these guys enough. I don't want the same issue as what happened last time, where, well, you know, listener, what happened with that? Bit of an awkward one. I don't want the same thing to happen, so I'm going to make sure I feed them plenty. Make sure we get a nice mixture of scraps and paper and cardboard, whipped up cardboard, to keep that sort of flowing nice. And hopefully we're going to get some good worm stuff. I just hope they haven't escaped. They said they can escape. How can they escape? Maybe they have escaped. Maybe they got in there. Maybe they come down from Yorkshire and says, nah, guys, let's go back. It's not for us. Lift the lid, off they went. But determined to make sure they grow well. Do you know what? Also, I was going to bring. I should have brought it down to the studio. I'll show you tomorrow. Also, one of the things tomorrow night, me and Oliver are going to read it. But I don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago we had Jenny on talking about bees and Phoebe the bee. Finally got my book. I finally got my book delivered. Very excited about that. And Olive, not so excited. I said, it came in the post. I said, oh, that's for you. I don't know what she expected. Maybe some Lodol stuff or something. And which, don't get me started. If you don't know what Lodol stuff is, just be happy you don't know. And I opened it. I was like, it's a book about bees and it's got a CD. And she went, oh, but I think she's going to love it. I'll let you know tomorrow on the show what she thinks of it. I'll give a full review tomorrow. Anyway, that got delivered. I saw some of you got your VIP cards delivered, so thank you very much for shouting about that. That's very exciting. If you want a VIP card, if I think you deserve one, then I did have a list of the VIPs, but I must find that list again. He says, as he's looking around. If you want a VIP card, and the group feel like you are worthy of one, then call in on 07423574520. Suggett says, what if Yorkshire has trained the worms to return like homing pigeons so they can be sold again? Could happen. That would make a lot of sense. A lot of business sense. I like that. Suggs. Suggett will be with it if he has kids around to do it for them. I'm not sure that one was about. What else everyone's saying? Quiet on the group today. Monday. Is your lavender too wet? I just think my lavender's it's not dying, Stu. It's just had enough of the weather. It's just not as bright as it once was. It didn't shine as bright as it once did. I'll get a picture up later. I'll show you what it looks like. Right. See, I saw somebody got your VRP cards. Nice one. Thanks for shouting about it. One of the things I've done today, I don't know if you've seen on the old Twitter sphere, is talk about a little bit about the launch of Garden Club, which is here. The logo is around here somewhere. You can see that on the screen. Garden Club is being launched on Friday. Well excited about that. It's a yearly subscription, which will hopefully give you more content to get you gardening. As if this ain't enough. Apparently not. Yeah, loads more stuff coming over there. So go check that out. But first, he's got it off the boil. He's back on. Here he is.
We've saved the house from being on fire. Did you see there was a program on TV last year where they had about 50 snails, and they took them from different parts and they put dots on top of them. Yeah. And they found that they all started going back to where they had come from. And even the ones that had come from Southampton, they were actually heading in the direction of Southampton.
No way.
I think it was a BBC show, and they had 3 or 4 gardens, and they were comparing the gardens and whether a manicured garden is better than a garden with weeds in. And they found there was more life, obviously, in the garden that wasn't tended. But they did this thing with the snails where they put dots on top and went out in the night, and you could see them walking back to from where they had come.
No way.
The only way I've got rid of snails is we put them in a box and we put them on the train one day.
Yeah, I told this story on the show once about you putting stuff on the train.
And they went down about 4 miles away, and they haven't come back. We haven't seen them since.
Oh, no, God knows what happened to them. I just sitting next to him. I didn't know that about that. I have to look that up. Weird, isn't it?
A year in the garden or something. It was called like that. It was one of these BBC Two shows.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, hopefully my worms are still in there. I did have a dig around, but I didn't have a proper dig around. But I don't want him now.
What's been, and I don't know whether they're good, bad, or ugly ones. Red worms, really thin ones, and this is in the hot bin composter. But it's when it started to get a bit cooler.
Are they a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm got a clue because I don't really go on with worms. They can do what they do, and I do what I do.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll let you know. Maybe I should have a little dig around and see if they are there. It does worry me that now I'm feeding nothing.
Well, that's a question that we could put out to the Twitter sphere. What are these small? Because they just look like walk-in veins.
I don't think I've got that. Is this in your hot bin?
Yeah.
I've got some.
Maybe they are normal worms that I've fried a bit. I don't know.
Do you get a lot of slugs in your hot bin?
No.
Got loads of slugs in there.
No.
I don't know how they get in there, but you wouldn't have thought they would get in there, would you?
Unless they're on the debris that you were putting in.
That's possible, actually. Yeah, and then they sort of just multiply. Do they do that? I guess so. But there we go. Well, there you go.
So I went down the plot and got a new pair of trousers, got a new coat as well. It's a bit too hot. It's got a bit of fur on it. fake fur and all that. Got to be careful these days. But yeah, I've been putting the laminate flooring up, and I've put some insulation down the side.
And has it made a difference?
Well, I'll have to go back and see, but I should be roasty toasty. But I'm going to explore the possibility of using the heating mechanism that you find in a camper van and putting that into a shed.
What heating mechanism? What's the heating mechanism in a camper van?
So, however you heat a camper van,
Yeah,
they have these machines that blow out hot air.
Yeah.
Then we could put that into a shed and make a shed a nice place to go down and
we're
sit
going to run it
on a wet day.
off a solar panel.
No, because I don't think that'll work, because you need that constant. So it would have to be, from what I've seen on Rick Van Man, he puts diesel into a little pot, and then that feeds the generator. Then,
Big old generator puffing smoke out the side, but you're nice and toasty inside.
And well, I'll have to buy another shed to put that in, and then we'll have a nice little warm shed where you can just sit and enjoy a tea and watch the rain come down.
Oh, lovely, mate. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you do a lot in the allotment? Do you go to when it's raining? Like, as I don't know, it's been like down your way. Has it been raining a lot?
It's been raining since last Thursday. It hasn't stopped. In fact, it's reminded me about being back in Wales, where it rains for like a week.
Yeah,
and you just have to deal with it, because if you stay inside in Wales, then you never get out to the garden. So you just got to get out in it.
Yeah,
I've cleaned the shed twice. Cleaning the potting shed if it continues to rain tomorrow. But today has been a lovely day, but unfortunately I couldn't get there because I was doing a Twitter. No, what was I doing? I was doing a Zoom event where people came to listen to me talking about my life.
Wait, what? Hang on, how did I not know about this?
Well, you've got to be invited to these things. So it was advertised on Eventbrite, apparently. So there were people there, and I was talking about my days at the Daily Mail. A few stories about Monty Don, the Rich Brothers, and
people paid to hear you speak.
Well, it was a free event.
Mate, that all comes into it. All makes sense now. I didn't know, mate. I would have watched it.
The last one was presented by Alexandra of the Middle-Sized Garden. They asked her. And the next one, they've got somebody called Jenny Preserves, I think it's called, where she does preserving Queen. But they're desperate for people, so I'll tell them, kids gardener.
Yeah, desperate attracts desperate. So I'm here, mate.
Yeah, as long as they buy it's an audience to buy your book, isn't it?
True. Yeah, sell.
So this card that I've had today, it says you can come on for as long as you want to. So I just thought I'd come on.
You could just sit there in silence if you really wanted to. Or just do that, yeah. The magic of telly. Hey, what happened to your show last night?
Oh well, because I've been in the shed all weekend, I had a bit of a. I'm not going to say a cough, because everybody will go get a test down your throat. I had a sniffle.
Yeah.
So yes, but I've got a big interview is coming, and I'll be the first person to have this person on UK TV.
It's not Ron Finley, is it? Because he wanted to charge me an absolute fortune.
I can't say who, but we've been talking all day about it. It's such a big event. I think I'm going to have to pre-record it, because I don't want to trust the internet, because it might go down.
Wise. Wow. When are we going to find out about this? I know you're not going to tell me now. When are we going to find out?
Sunday, hopefully. So I'll be interested to find out about your club, because I'm launching a club called.
Of course you are.
Called the Cup of Tea Club.
Yeah. What happens in the Cup of Tea Club, mate?
You get a free tea bag.
All right.
that's as far as I've thought about it so far.
It's not a bad start. I'm up for a free tea bag. Okay, well, we look forward to seeing the Cup of Tea Club coming soon.
So I can stay on because I got a card.
It's exclusive galore for you, mate.
You know, that's a bit of a in your plan.
No, mate. This is all content. Sugget says, is it President Trump?
Can't say. They're into
Possible.
gardening. When is your George Lamb video? Is it George Lamb?
It is, yeah. Tomorrow he's coming on.
Tomorrow.
It's a good one. But I did that pre-record because never trust the internet, mate.
Well, when's Monty Don going to come back on?
I don't know. I'm not really. Am I interested in him coming back? Yeah, I would like him to come back. I wish I could ask some different questions than what I asked him.
What do you think? Do you think the show's coming back for next year? Because I saw people were going to the Malvern show.
Yeah.
I'd be quite happy to have another 12-month off going to the shows, to be honest.
I couldn't handle another 12 months off, man. I really miss them.
Maybe we'll do one in the spring, like the media press day, and then we'll do one in July, and then that's all. We'll just do 2.
Have you not missed it at all this year?
No. The only one I have missed is Hampton Court.
Yeah, I love Hampton Court.
Because Hampton Court is more about meeting people rather than... Because if you go to Chelsea and you go to the Harrogate show and all them, by the time you get to Hampton Court, you've seen all the gardens anyway, because they do the rounds.
Yeah, they can be a bit samey, I suppose. Yeah.
I still remember being at Hampton Court. I don't know if you were with me, but I was with somebody. And James Wong was there. I think he'd had a bit of a drink.
Yeah, sure.
But he was trying to find the invisible garden. I still don't think he's found it. I remember he came up to me and whoever I was with, and he said, "Do you know where the invisible garden is?" And we just said, "Oh, it's down there somewhere." And he just went off.
He was actually looking for it. I like
because we thought that we'd missed something, and then we realised what the joke was.
I like all the shows. I think they're good. I mean, it's not totally a bad thing that they repeat stuff, because at least people that can't afford to go to Chelsea get to see it at Hampton.
Yes, but they're going to have to announce fairly soon, like in the next few weeks, where the Chelsea's going to head, I think, because it's round about this time of year that they pick the gardens.
I can't see why it can't happen, but they just can't do it with as many people. But then
if they can't get the people in, it's like Andrew Lloyd Webber said about the theatre. If they can't get 95% of the seats sold, then they're going to lose. So what's the point in even opening the show? So
can't I do it over like 2 weeks?
Oh, what was that? Then that sounded like a bit of
little bit of interference there.
That sounds like your microphone's got a bit of water in it.
Hello? Something's going on.
Yeah, something's a bit distorted. Anyway, I will head off because it's time for another cup of tea.
There you go. He's probably loaded a virus onto my computer and now he's off.
Cough, cough.
Yeah, mate. I don't know what. I hope you can still hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can still hear. I don't know what happened there. Load of virus, didn't he? That's what happened. I really hope the shows next year continue. I really do. What I was going to say to Sean there was maybe they can do them, and I don't know the cost-wise of this sort of thing, but maybe do them over a 2-week period, and then you'll still get the same amount of people. I don't know if that would work. Like with Chelsea, would they allow that? Would that be allowed? Would it cost a lot more? Would it cost double the amount to create something like that? If it is around this time that we find out about those shows, if it is, then we should be hearing soon, shouldn't we? Right? Hopefully. I really hope we get some shows. I miss them a lot. I miss going on stage and doing my talks. I've planned some talks for next year, which I'm really excited about. Some COVID safe, fun kids shows, which is just going to be really good. Got a smoke machine out. Still got that. We'll keep the smoke machine. But yeah, I really do hope next year we get them. I really do. And it's good just to see people, isn't it? It's good to come together. I think the last time I went to an actual show, apart from the press event, was probably Malvern. I saw Sugget and we went to Malvern, and I was at Malvern anyway, but Sugget come along. I had a great time going around there. That was the last time. And I think the last time I actually did a talk was weirdly at a property event, which was a bit like a comedy routine. I thought it was Jimmy Carr for the day, but there you go. Right, sure. Let's have an ad break, and if you fancy calling in, let's chat. Maybe we'll talk about worms a little bit more. And also, I want to talk about Garden Club. Shall we talk about Garden Club? I'll think about it. Let's have a break. Facilia. Not that one, Lee. Hey, what's going on? This stream and the podcast is sponsored by Flymo. Flymo, your life easy. My nan absolutely loves Flymo, and she was the one that first introduced me to Flymo, the brand Flymo, way back when I first got my new home, because she used Flymo in her garden. Then she bought my mum and dad a Flymo when they got their garden. And then, when I got my garden, my nan bought me a Flymo. It's been in the family for years. I absolutely love it. They're such a great product. They're quality, they're affordable, and they think about how to make it easy for you to go cut the lawn, cut those edges, and do those gardening tasks. So, flymo.com if you want to get your hands on some of their products. Plus, spend over £45 and you, yes you, dear listener, can get free delivery. Oh! Go check it out now, flymo.com. The Skinny Jean Gardener, How to Get Kids Gardening book is available right now. That's right, in all good... Well, I'm on Amazon mainly, to be honest with you. On amazon.co.uk or .com, wherever you're in the world. Amazon, How to Get Kids Gardening is available right now. It's a $9.99. Oh yes, my self-published work, $9.99. Let's have a little flick to see what you could be doing. You could be making this, wildflower seed balls. My favourite garden to make. A little bit messy for the kids, but brings some incredible colour to the garden. There's over 30 garden and makes inside this book that you can do with the family to get outside and enjoy whatever space you've got. Amazon.co.uk. How to Get Kids Gardening. Would you like to sponsor and support this stream? Yes, you. Actually, not you, but you. Yes, you. Have you got a product or service you'd like to advertise? Then this is a space for you. You get yours truly to advertise your product in a very, very unique way. Thanks very much. Plus, get it put in front of literally tens and tens of people. There's at least 12 people watching right now. Probably more. Probably. If you want to get your product or service in front of them, then this is the place to be. Free advert, a show, plus we'll talk about it a little bit after each advert, no doubt. That's free, that's 4 times a week, that's 12 times. Guys, 12 times. If you want to get involved, if you want to support the show, it's not as expensive as you think, guys. It's not expensive as you think. Lee at skinnyjeangardener.co.uk. And one of those 12 people that watch the show. Hello, Mark. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. God, I need a haircut, don't I? I must get that sorted out tomorrow.
Like Bradley Cooper.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm very well. It's a cold one. It's a wet one, but I'm feeling good, mate. Yeah. How's your weekend been?
Yeah, not bad. What have I done this weekend? Not a lot. Run around after the kids, pretty much.
Sounds about right.
No. We had a treat. We had the grandparents. They tried to sell it to us that it was National Grandparent Day. Has anybody ever heard of that? But apparently,
I've heard of it. Missed it.
Well, the local pub was saying it was National Grandparent Day, so there was a discount if you went out for a Sunday lunch with them, which I think is quite a clever little plan.
Yeah. That'll do it.
But no, it was good. Yeah, no, I've just been spending the last couple of hours doing some work for you. So I'm putting together a spreadsheet which shows, with all the crops that schools could grow, the earliest and the latest that they could sow, plant, and harvest.
Perfect.
And I'm just starting to get to grips with it. But I've had some interesting ideas actually, with in as much as I went on the phone to a farmer friend of mine earlier, and I'm wondering maybe whether we should try adapting into this areas where you actually grow arable crops. Now, imagine just, even like in an inner city school, just a container that's growing wheat. And then the wheat grows, it's tough as old boots, dead easy to grow. The kids pull the wheat apart, take the chaff off. They might only have a handful of grains that they get, but then the teacher has like a mortar and pestle and grinds it up, and voila, you have a teaspoon of flour. And then you get a bag of flour from the supermarket and you make something. Goes into national curriculum, home economics. We grew the flour, we harvested the flour, we grated the flour, and now we're going to make some cakes or some biscuits or something like that. So he's hopefully going to be coming back to me over the next sort of week or two. He's still pretty busy driving tractors and all that sort of thing. But So I'll have some stuff I can talk to you about on Thursday or whenever is suitable. Because what I kind of need is some of your guys that know more about veg growing than I do to come up with varieties that are really cool to use. Because I'm sort of using a lot of books here. I found this amazing book that I'm cross-referencing. I don't know if you can see that today. This is from 1972.
That's what you want to go back to, mate. Dr. Hess, was his surname Hessian?
Dr. DJ Hessian. No, he's a real expert, and he's written a lot of stuff over the years. And there's another one here which is about climate change farming. So it's Mark Diacono, who's got a farm and horticulture down in the southwest, and because the climate is changing so much, he's finding that you can extend the seasons and plant things that you wouldn't normally plant. There's been this other really good book I've got here actually, which has been very useful as well.
Hey, if we find out from that Mark, I can never say his name, Diacono.
Yeah,
we could probably get him on and talk about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a font of knowledge. He was with Hugh Furley Whittingstall in the early days of River Cottage, working in the gardens, and he's a very cool dude. Just trying to bring a lot of information together. It's going to be a work in progress. I'm not going to get anything finished for you, but at least it's a starting point. And I want to be able to get rid of certain crops that are just going to be too much hassle for schools to grow. Unfortunately, they seem to be crops which kids don't like. So it's like brassicas, cabbage, collie, that sort of thing. The timings just don't work with that 6-week window of summer holiday, and with cabbage white butterflies being everywhere. But I was actually thinking you might almost want to grow some cabbages just to sacrifice the cabbage white butterflies, and then when they come back, you can teach the kids about entomology and cabbages and pests and what they do. Don't know.
It's important. Oh, that sort of thing's important, mate.
But
there's a lot a lot of different directions we can go with it. But thanks so much, for putting the work into it.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'll put something together. Let's have a chat about it. Let's get it out on your podcast. Let's get some experts looking at it. And like I say, we want a template we can just give to a school, email to them and say, right, this is going to be easy. This is going to be quick. This is going to be cheap. Let's see what happens. There is nothing, you got to try.
You definitely, mate, definitely. Maybe we could do it. I'll speak to a few of the guys. Maybe we could get them up on the screen so we can all have a bit of a group meeting all at once.
No, that sounds like a good idea.
Nice one, man. Nice one. What's your plans for this week, Mark?
doing some more work for you. There's quite a few more hours that I need to put into that. I'm going to be out on the road a bit, visiting some garden centres. I posted off that voucher this morning to the gift card voucher, so that is on its way. I'll probably be sweeping my fake grass at some point because the leaves are starting to come down. So
I'm going to get a jingle up for you called "Fake Grass Watch." Fake Grass Watch.
Yeah, I know it's awful stuff. It really is. It's. We're quite busy at work at the moment because the bare root season is starting. So as soon as the leaves fall off the trees, you can start to lift plants and you can buy plants online, bare root, which is a really brilliant economic way of buying raspberry canes or roses or trees. And we all need to be planting that sort of stuff now over the next few months because the soil's still warm enough and it will establish really nicely. It's a good economic way of planting with bare root.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Mate, thanks so much for coming on. It's nice to see you.
Yeah. Take care, mate. And I'll get back to the grindstone. I've still got the fruit spreadsheet to do.
Yeah, get working, mate. See that, dude.
See you later, mate.
What an absolute legend, everyone. Mark, he's really happy. We should get him on maybe Thursday, maybe the start of next week. We'll see how the week goes. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting chat. Maybe we'll get a couple of you guys on screen at the same time so we can sort of have a little bit of a conflab together, a little bit of a group meeting to see what works, what doesn't work. But yeah, that's really good. I'm really excited about it. Didn't think about the wheat side of things. That's quite interesting, actually, to think about that because we really need to think about a way of bringing that in, how to use stuff and what to do. But here's one man that we should probably definitely get on the show on Thursday if we're going to be doing that. It's Mr. Oh, he's like, what? It's Mr.
How you doing?
Hello, dude. You all right?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
Yeah, good, man. You're looking very sort of very lit up very well at the back there. Sort of, I can see all your lights and that going.
Yeah, I've only got the one side light on tonight. I'm working here in a bit of, you know that autumny full feeling when everything starts to go a bit darker earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like that tonight, so I'm just working in a dimly lit room.
Sometimes nice, isn't it? Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll do the same, mate. I'll just turn on. Wait there. Just wait there a second.
I'm also getting prepared for the Halloween special.
There we go. I don't know if you heard that chat I just had with Mark, but
yeah, it sounds interesting what he's doing.
Yeah, your expertise is maybe needed at some point, my friend.
Right, that'll take all of 5 minutes, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting one. We're definitely getting somewhere with it, mate.
Yeah, I like the idea of grown wheat. I don't know if you heard a few weeks ago, I was actually considering grown wheat on my allotment as well. Because I kind of want to see. I'm going to do it. If I can get hold of some wheat seeds, I'm going to give it a try. I don't know how much I'm going to actually be able to grow, but I just thought it'd be something a bit fun, a bit different to try and do.
It's not a usual thing you can get from the garden centre, is it? Wheat seeds?
No. But I'm sure I can find somewhere I can buy it in a small amount. I mean, what I really want to try and see is because the price of wheat is soaring, apparently. So pasta and bread is going to get more expensive. So I just want to see if it's possible, even if I only get one loaf out of it, you know?
It's that would be the best loaf you've ever baked. Do they call it baked when you do a loaf?
Probably also the most expensive loaf ever.
Yeah, but that'd be like it would taste so good though because you've literally, you know what it's like when you grow stuff and eat it. It'll be expensive. Yeah, sure, it'll be expensive, but very much like Brewdog have brought that tiny little beer out that costs 30 quid. You too, so I get a loaf for 30 odd quid, and then it's not so bad, is it?
That's true. That's a very good point. Very good point. I didn't think of that.
Just grow enough for a second one to it's not my water bottle, by the way. A second second loaf.
Yeah. Well, be an interesting experiment to find out. So fingers crossed it'll work.
Definitely, mate. What are you ringing me up for, mate? You better tell me you're sending tea bags to everyone, or
No, I'm sticking with the seeds.
yeah.
Gardening podcast. Have you got yours yet? Actually, I meant to ask.
No,
I was a bit late in getting them out. They are on their way. I was a bit late in getting them out.
Mate. I'm fuming. I've got no seeds, but
I'm sorry. They are on their way, and I don't know what. I haven't received my membership, your membership card yet either. But
you haven't received it
right.
because I've not mentioned it on it yet. But next Thursday, we're actually going to be seeing each other.
Yes, yeah.
Social distanced, I don't think yet. But no, if you have to, I don't really know.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll be. And I'll give it to you then.
Okay. They did say it was going to be in person as a running joke. So, okay. Get it in.
And we'll probably have to do the show together. I hope that's okay. I didn't really mention that. But
yeah. I suppose we can do that.
Okay, cool.
I was listening back to the podcast this morning, actually, funnily enough, and I heard Alex say he was going to be the Holly Willoughby when you're on holiday.
Yeah, he wants to do that. I mean, lucky for everyone, I'm not going on holiday anytime soon. But maybe he can do the Christmas shift. I don't know.
Yeah, why not? Well, the graveyard shift.
The graveyard. It's all the graveyard shift, mate. It's all the graveyard shift.
True.
Yeah, he wants to do it. I've not heard from him since about it, but maybe we'll let him loose for a week. Give me a break for a week sometime soon.
Yeah, why not?
You're very much welcome to do a shift, mate.
I'll see if I'm available.
Yeah, I know you're busy, man. What have you been up to, man? What's been going down?
Well, I'm just scripting the podcast for tonight and finalising that before I record it, talking about seeds and jobs to do in October in the garden. So, yeah, first one in October. Seems a good time to go through it. And it's interesting the amount of seeds that we can sow at this time of year, but also how things are slowing down, but we're getting prepared for next year. And I think that's the important thing to get through at the moment. It's not necessarily, I mean, some people put their beds away for the winter. I try and garden right through, but at the same time, I try and do infrastructure work.
I like that. So that sounds fancy when you call it infrastructure work.
Yeah. Basically, if I have to rebuild beds or repair beds, winter's the time to do it.
Well, where's my week going this week? I've got some loads of meetings tomorrow, but Wednesday, I'm having a full-on, obviously Olive's at school, but a full-on day doing the word you said I can't. Yeah. I'm doing a whole day of infrastructure work. Yes. And I'm putting a few beds to sleep, but I'm keeping my veggie pod running.
Yeah. I keep my veggie pod running.
It's the only thing I'm keeping going this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm up to, mate.
Yeah, good. Question I've got for you though, or not so much a question. You were talking about shows earlier.
Yeah.
As you know, I try and go to quite a few throughout the year, and I was actually hoping to go to a hell of a lot this year. And I think I went to one, apart from press event, CD Sunday.
Oh my God, it seems like such a long time ago.
It does, doesn't it? It feels such a long time ago. But I'm really hoping there will be more available next year. It's weird how they've not going to them has changed things, I feel, anyway. I don't know if you feel
in
it.
what sense? Yeah, mentally, I feel like
mentally, I think it is the mental side of things. The shows are like a day out, but still to do with gardening.
Yeah.
But it's just a mental thing. We go and visit these places, chat to other people, other event holders, stall holders, podcasters, YouTubers, etc., etc. It's a bit more of a social time, but it's still within the realms of our job, gardening.
Yeah. I think you're right, mate. It's an important part as well, because gardeners, if you do it for a job, or if you're like me, and I spend a lot of time on my own. I was talking to my nan about this actually earlier, and she said, "God, you do spend a lot of time on your own." And I'm like, "Yeah, but usually, like, I'm out at shows. I'm gone for like a week here, a week there. and I'm mixing with people and I'm saying hello and we're talking about like my favorite subject, and this year, and I could say, oh, it's not affected me, but I've missed it a lot. I've missed it a lot not seeing people. Even Sean James Cameron, I've even missed not seeing him, which I know, right?
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, I'm joking, Sean. And yeah, so I really hope they can do it next year. I mean, Malvern have shown that it can be done, but they've got a really big showground, so that sort of makes sense, which means that probably Hampton Court might happen, or probably will happen.
Yeah.
I'd really like to hope that Chelsea will too.
I think Chelsea is going to be a given if it's affordable and they can do it.
It either will be affordable or they'll put the prices up to balance it out.
Yeah, that might be the other side. It might be more expensive, and you might have times when you can go in. I think there'll be less of a.
I'm not being horrible to Chelsea. I could probably do Chelsea in about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I've not been to Chelsea, so I don't want to comment, but I get the impression.
Well, you know, mate, if you're a cool person like me, go on, press day. They won't invite me next year.
No. But Malvern, when we went to that was a good day to go round everything.
Yeah, but look at the show. It's so massive. Like, no wonder they could get away with it. What else to see? Bellevue or whatever it's called. That one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not a massive show anyway, but the space they've got to just distance everything about. Could anyone else do one? There was a few. I think there was a few other ones, but anyway, they were space, and that's what Chelsea's not got.
Yeah. But you had the idea of making it last along more days to make it easier.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, what about extending the opening times? Because usually they start 10 and close at 5. Why not have them open at 8 till 8?
Makes sense, or even till 10. I think like nighttime gardens. I think
they
do that. They do that at Chelsea. They do nighttime sessions, but I think they only do one for the whole week.
Yeah,
but they could do that. I suppose they could do that. They could do like a they could do a morning, afternoon, and an evening slot. That's 3 slots. A day. Yeah,
I know Chili Fiesta. They would have things going on in the evening, mainly for the campers, but there was more the stage show and the singing and the dancing, not so much the actual stalls or the gardening events. But I feel perhaps some of these other events could go more in doing the stage shows later on in the evening or early on in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, that probably means you have to be on site a lot earlier, but got to earn your money somehow.
Cameron's just put in, don't think they can extend the hours of opening due to the fact that our hospital is still a working place. But it can't be that much work, and they do it during the day.
Which, yeah. Is that Chelsea?
Yeah, I think he's talking about Chelsea. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's only one show, but I'm sure some of the others could actually do it.
RHS wise, like I think the other one they've got is Tatton. That's the other one they're keeping.
Yeah.
Loads of space at Tatton.
Loads of space at Tatton.
Like ridiculously easy to do there. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure they're making decisions right now, but it probably should come out anytime soon that they're going to happen. I don't know.
Gardeners World Live at the NEC, that's normally quite a big event.
Again, should be easy to make happen. They've got so much space at NEC that there shouldn't be too much issue there. I can't think of other shows. A lot of the other ones like Harrogate, I think they've got a lot of space at them ones as well.
They're genuine showgrounds,
and it should be easy enough to do. But the biggest problem that everyone's got is, and like I really want to do some shows next year because I've really missed it. I've got a great show lined up. But I have got like a feeling that I won't be doing one because like these shows have to sort of. The biggest problem is they've got to drop the coin now. For next year, and really, as much as we all are saying, or some people like the government are saying, by spring we should be okay. Who really knows?
Yeah, I've just had a thought. Actually, somebody I think it was Mark at Empathy,
Yeah.
tagged me in that they've booked their place for Gardeners World 2021.
Oh yeah, he has done Gardens World 24. Yeah, so it's going to happen. That
So that's
one.
going to happen. Yeah.
Although there's always time for him to push. I mean,
Well,
look at this year. Look at all the shows that have been pushed back this year. So
yeah.
I don't know. Who knows, man? I really hope.
Who
I really
knows?
hope that we can. Is what.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, I keep wondering about the press event as well, because that's in March and that's right at the beginning. And it's still within that 6 months away.
I can't see.
I can't see that going ahead unless they move it to April or something.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Like the press event's really good. To start the year off to see what's about.
Yeah.
And if you go too far into the year with it, then it sort of loses its point, doesn't it? But
Yeah, unless because it's a business event and not open to the public, they might have a bit of a certain leeway with it. I don't know.
maybe. I mean, saying about that, like Ideal Home Show, where I'm supposed to keep forgetting that I'm even doing a garden next year now because it's been sitting. I'll be honest with you, rotten at the moment because the weather. So God knows what it's going to look like when it comes out. But that's supposed to happen end of March. But
Yeah, of course. Well, they cancelled the Christmas one, haven't they, for Ideal Home Show?
The Christmas one. But yeah, March is the next one. So who knows on that? Who knows on anything that related, mate?
Yeah, I mean the trouble with the Ideal Home Show is it's all indoors again, so that could prove a bit of a difficult one.
Yeah.
Unless they find somewhere they can put it outdoors.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of too many questions, mate, for my brain to handle on that side of things.
Sorry, I'm making it depressing, but I've got my fingers crossed that it's going to there's going to be shows next year, and I think from your point of view, you need them because that's your job, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't say I've not missed it in job terms this year. But yeah, I miss just being on stage and just doing my thing. Like it's my
showing
outlet. Yeah, that's the word for it. That's what I call it. Professional show offer.
Yeah.
I just miss that sort of thing.
Mm.
And just seeing people and you just speak to so many people with different views on garden. Like I can't tell you how many times I've done a show and then someone's come on and spoke to me afterwards and like gave a different side of things and I've like thought, yeah, it's not. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just getting people's opinion, like it's getting to see what people really think is nice. But we'll see, man. Hopefully, like you say, hopefully there'll be some more shows next year. I'm happy to just do one show.
Yeah,
one show.
I'm fairly confident there will be shows. I did see there was a show on over the weekend, but an agricultural event. So if they are going ahead in that circumstance, there's a good chance they will be going ahead.
Yeah.
But what they're going to be like
is I've got about 30 confetti cannons that were supposed to be used for this year, just sitting ready to go. So
you've got a Christmas special. Just let them all off in the Christmas New Year's Eve.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just quick while you're here. News from our RJC. RHS plans Chelsea Flower Show 2021 with coronavirus measures, including reduced visitor numbers. That's breaking news. Might not be breaking. The RHS has told exhibitors it will be reducing the number of visitors at the RHS Chelsea Flower Show.
So if it's reducing the number, will that put the price up?
Possibly. To be honest with you, wouldn't blame them if they did. And it's let's be totally honest. That is not the show for us normal people.
No, well, I mean, but that's the sign of the times. I mean, who would have ever imagined Cineworld or Odeon would be in the trouble they're in now?
I know, right?
And if it can happen to them, it can happen to anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everything's up in the air. So if they do it, then wicked. If they don't, then understandable. And if they put the ticket price up, then I get that. Like, That's fine. But I mean, look at the coverage. That anyway, I always say this about people saying that RHS is too expensive for Chelsea. Too expensive anyway. Look at the coverage that BBC give it. You've got like day in, day out of it, and we'll be here. We'll be doing this, mate. I'll be doing a week worth of RHS specials.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea specials.
I'll still be here. I'll still be here in May.
You'll still be here. You'll still be here. I might actually try and go to it next year if my wife wants to go. I'll take her out for a day.
Oh, right, just you two. Yeah, you two go and do it.
Just us two. No, I don't have to go. She just wants to go.
Oh dear. Well, we'll see, mate. How's your week looking, dude?
Work, and more work. But once I've finished this week, I'm off for 2 weeks, and I really feel like I need it now.
Is that shed happening or not? Are you doing that shed or not?
Well, I'll be starting it. I've got to clear the area. I'll probably be building the stud work. Won't have the cladding next week, I don't think. But if I get the stud work and get the idea set up in my head or visually done, then it's a good start towards it.
I'll bring the work clothes. Is that what you're saying? Bring your work clothes.
Yeah. I was hoping we could go to a citrus shop, citrus garden centre near me, but they're not open to the public at the moment.
No.
Yeah.
Shed build it is then, mate.
Shed build it is, yeah. Unless I find something else to do.
Oh, mate. Okay. All right, cool. Rich, as always, also a VIP member. I'll speak to you later.
Have a good one. Cheers, dude.
Bye, dude.
Bye.
There we go, everybody. Mr. Richard Suggett. Right. Just to end this little chat about shows, thanks, Suggett. Breaking news. RHS Chatsworth, Cardiff, and London shows have been cancelled for 2020. That's not breaking news. That was literally... that was ages ago they said that. Sure. They can put the price up. Press day will still be free for us. What if they do press day? Maybe they won't do press day. Well... Show talk. This stream and the podcast are sponsored by Flymo. Flymo.com. I'm going to tell you a little story about Vince. Vince came into my home and basically took over all of it, not all, but the biggest gardening task, which, I'll be honest with you, took a little bit of time because usually I'm away. I'm jet setting from Birmingham to Devon. All over the country, which means that when I come home, the first task I've got to do is my lawn. Now, Vince came along and we welcomed him to the family, and now I feel like he's taken over my position in this household, which is not good. Vince, I should add, is my robotic lawnmower. Oh yes, Flymo's robotic lawnmower. Literally, you set it up, there's an app on your phone. You set it up, and every day, all week, however you want to do it, Vince, or the robotic, you can call it what you want, but ours is called Vince, goes out and cuts your lawn. Oh, made so simple. Go check it out right now at flymo.com. Spend over 45 quid, you get free delivery. You can't say better than that, can ya? So yeah, go check it out. Get your own Vince. Have you heard? I've got a brand new book. It's not brand new. I know that. It was out in February. But to you, it may be brand new. How to Get Kids Gardening is available right now on amazon.co.uk. Let's have a little flick to see what great gardening makes over 30 that you could be doing as a family. Maybe you could be making stone and spoon markers, because we all know that labelling up your seeds as you put them into the soil is very important. If not, you've got no idea what's popping through when the little green shoot. That could be anything, couldn't it? Make some stone markers. Really simple, really easy, and really inexpensive. All the gardener makes in here, just literally the costs hardly anything. I don't know how I can say that. Hardly anything, mate. Hardly anything. Come on around. How to Get Kids Gardening. Amazon. Come on out round. Would you like to support and sponsor this stream? Then you can. You can get your product or service in front of people like Richard from Littlehampton or Sean from London, even Lisa in Northern Ireland. Yeah, we're Mr. Worldwide. I think we've got some people from Australia as well. So if you're from Australia, this is the place to be. If you want to support or sponsor the stream, then please get in contact at lee@skinnyjeangardener.co.uk and your advert could be at this point right now. Final hour of the show left. If you just joined in, then welcome to the show. It's 07423574520 if you want to call in, or on this very cold. I've just stepped out quickly to use the lavatory. This very cold evening here in Essex. I think we might get some frost. I might be wrong. Might be, but I feel like it's cold enough. There's a little glint over the grass. I feel like I'm going to get some. I don't know. We gotta go get some frost, mate. Get some frost. Anyway, we're here. We're in a nice warm studio tonight, and you can call in. Click on the link. Call the number. Get involved if you want to chat gardening, and we are ready to go. Like I said to Rich during that chat, did I say to Rich or was it to Sean? This week, I have a whole day blocked out. One is to clean down some beds of tomatoes. I'm not producing any more tomatoes anymore. By the way, thank you to everybody, right, that mentioned, was it, who mentioned it not long ago? Someone mentioned that, I'll come to that second. Someone mentioned to me about tomatoes. This is Ian mentioned about his tomatoes, didn't he? And someone else mentioned that the best way to get them to ripen was to put them next to the bananas. I told my dad this the other day. He was so impressed. I've not found out the results. Whether, hopefully, I'm hoping he just looked in the box and went, crikey, that was good. Anyway, I've got a few tomatoes that haven't ripened. The rest of the plants are just not producing. So those are being, I'm surprised they've lasted this long. I keep forgetting it's October. Chili plants have done awful this year. I've only got a few chilies from them. Not really done a lot. A little bit sad. Anyway, Wednesday, I'm clearing those beds out. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just put, I've got some plastic hanging around. We hate plastic, don't we? But all I'm doing is just leaving some plastic over the top to stop any weeds coming through over winter. Basically putting that bed to bed. Yeah, that bed to bed. And then just having a little tidy up. Like I say, I'm only going to be growing in the veggie pods over winter. That's the only place it's going to happen. And then, everyone, wow, actually, here we go. Look, I said about frost. And Sean reckons there's no chance. It's so cold up here. And Ian's saying, even Ian up in Manningtree, up in Manchester, it's not in Manningtree, said thought weather forecast was double figures tonight. Oh, it feels freezing down here. So cold. Don't know what's going on. And the banana trick seems to be working for me. I've got hundreds of chilies. Right, people showing off better chilies. Don't know why my chilies just did not happen. I love chilies. And the tomatoes are growing well, but the chilies did not grow well with them, which is a shame. Which just didn't work out for me this year. Didn't do anything wrong. Still gave them the same amount of water, the same amount of space. It just didn't feel like it, which is a shame. One of the things I have got to do is Vince hasn't been out. Vince, my robot lawnmower, as you may know. Did I say more chances of Adam Frost phoning than ground frost? That's funny. Vince ain't been out for a bit. The lawn needs a cut. Vince ain't been out for a reason. Come out when it's wet, but the lawn needs a cut. Not too much, obviously, but it does need a little bit of a trim. I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow because it seems really wet out there. But maybe from this story, this might help. Rebecca's garden tips: goat escapers on duty. Here we go. Hang on, this is not the. This is a joke. You guys can't see this, but that was a video. Okay, let's watch it. Can we watch this video? Hang on. What's happening here? Hang on.
Natural landscapers called goatscapers are competing for your.
Hold on. How's content tonight, Lee? Good. We're talking about cutting the grass, but a little bit differently. Right, let me try and get this up. I can get this on the screen. Here we go. Anyway, like I say, I've got to cut my grass. We are sponsored by. You're right. We are sponsored by Flymo, but I just thought this was interesting. Let's get this up on the old screen. You can call him 07423 574 520 if you want to call in tonight. Let's share the screen. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they're doing in America, guys. See what they're doing in America. Right, here we go. Hold on, calm down.
Natural landscapers called goatscapers are competing for your business. Rebecca Coles isn't kidding when she touts the benefits of this booming business.
Basically, I'm not really getting goats, but
don't let this sweet face fool you. Under that mild-mannered demeanor is a munching and mulching machine ready to mow and clean up your unruly landscape.
Hold your horses. What's going on here? Why can't you guys see what's going on here? That's why. You need to see this. You don't really.
Looking to manage acres of invasive poison ivy, overgrown brush, and woods filled with invasive buckthorn, Georgia and her neighbors decided to take action. Instead of hiring expensive landscapers armed with toxic chemicals and heavy equipment, they hired some hungry goats.
When I was growing up, it was a totally different landscape. There was more trees, there was more sand, and over time, the invasive
cow basket
weeds have taken over the shoreline, and we're trying to get the grasses back to hold the shoreline. And up in the woods, we have a lot of buckthorn. Right below the hill here, we have buckthorn growing, and it's very invasive, and it's alarming to see how destructive buckthorn is, and it crowds out all of the ground growth.
Georgia has spent her entire life on this quiet lane in Hudson, Wisconsin. She wants to preserve it and bring it back to the way it was before the weeds, buckthorn, and poison ivy took root. So she hired a herder. Tell me about your consumers. What is it that they're ultimately after?
Hold on. Don't tell me you can hire goats. What? You know we're going to have a look in the UK for this.
Yeah, our consumers are people that are eco-friendly. They really care about nature. They're looking for alternatives to herbicides, and the goats really provide that. They're quiet. I'm a big bird watcher, and it's really cool how the goats will work around.
I don't know if you've ever been to a farm, but a goat is not quiet, mate.
A bird nest and not disturb it, and not mulch it all up, and so it's just it just feels right. It just when you look out and you see these goats working on these hills, it's just relaxing to watch them work, and it's also just you just feel eco-friendly.
Years ago, you'd be able to see me clearly through these woods, but like many across the country, they're being overrun with common buckthorn, which is pushing out the native plants and disrupting the natural balance of nature.
Yeah, I think a lot of the plants like buckthorn.
Right, it's buckthorn, right? Right, I hear what she's saying. Right? Surely, if you start seeing it come through, surely just get rid of it, right? This is for pure lazy gardeners.
honeysuckle, vines, poison ivy, all that type of thing. You know, a lot of humans
Yeah, so the goats will eat anything.
just don't really enjoy going after that. And what these guys do is they love to eat it 24/7, 365. We work year round with these, even in
Something called poison ivy. I don't feel like would be very good for goats. Just got to feed them.
the fall. They do a great job in the fall time. We can get them to strip bark of some of the buckthorn and work on really steep slopes. And yeah, they just do a great job at it.
And that's the beauty. Goats can go where homeowners can't or won't. You used to do this all yourself, manage all this wildness.
Yes, I used to do this all myself with this side, and now I'm too old for this. It's hard climbing the hills. My joints just won't take it.
But the
Why? Why though? I used to do this. Why? And now I just can't. I couldn't do it now.
real question, does it work?
Chemical alternatives go into the river, and I don't want to pollute the river. I want to save it, and it's working. I'm very pleased.
So if you're trying to tame an unruly landscape, instead of you rolling up your sleeves doing all the hard work, why not calling the goats? For them, this is just another day at the office. Staying safe in the garden with the goats. I'm Rebecca Coles, and I'm not kidding.
Did that joke at the start, didn't she? It went over my head at the start. So I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. There you go, mate. Goats. Yes, we are going to see if we can get some goats. Goats are basically a animal version of my Vince the lawnmower, isn't it? And I was going to, let's see if we can get, and we'll switch it. There we go. We said, chickens do that for me, but I have known allotments to use pigs too. Interesting. Goats or pigs? I'm going to stick with the goats, I think. Let's see if we can get some goats. Is this a wise idea? Is this a wise idea? Yeah, whatever. Right, let's see if we can get some goats. I've just seen. I don't even need to Google it. Just in my inbox, it's just popped in. Goats. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Thanks, Mr. Cameron, for being on the ball tonight with Goat Watch. Let's have a little look. Keep the goat impressions going. They do make a lot of noise, don't they? Maybe they wouldn't if you fed them plenty of grass and buck. What is it? Buckwheat. Ian says, thinks pigs taste better when they've done their job. There's a good one. Right, let's have a look at this. On this show, we have brought worms into the show, haven't we? We've brought a book. Why this show's costing me more money than I'm actually making? I just keep buying stuff. Right, let's have a look for some goats. I'm not saying this is definitely happening. I'm not saying that we could. By the way, hang on a minute. Tomorrow we've got George Lamb on the show. It's a very professional show tomorrow, talking about a subject that's very close to my heart, which is kids gardening, as you well know. On Thursday we've got a very professional show. Mark's coming on. Hopefully Sugget as well. And we're again working on that plan. Tonight, we're talking about goats. Let's have a look. And right, £40 a month for sale. For 40 quid a month, I'd want to buy a goat. Here we have our registered pedigree boar buck, Abernelli, Mr. Oh, that's the make. Boar buck, the make. Mr. Twiddles. We're offering him out for service. We can deliver and collect. Also, can complete service certificates for any kids to be registered. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that is quite the sort of Billy Goat we want. That is not right. Let's have a look. Billy Goat, no. Goats for hire. How have we got onto this? 07423 574 520 if you've ever hired a goat. Goats for hire. Baltimore from Flymo saying, were you talking about buying some goats? Okay, goats for hire. Rent a goat. Hey, hang on. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are sponsored by Rent. We're not sponsored by Rent a Goat. Rent a Goat. Do you want to buy a goat? Sure. Buy a goat. All goes on. Right, rent a goat. Of course. This sounds professional. This is good. Rent a goat. Not going to believe the amount of calls. Oh, it's American. Damn. Is it an American one? I think it's an American one. No, we're UK. We need UK rent a goat. You got .co.uk rent a goat? Let's put UK in. There we go. Rent a goat UK. There's that one now. I'm going to come back to that one. Hang on, what's this? Hold on, now we've got a story. Now we've got a podcast. Someone come on and make this a podcast. Now we've got a podcast. Right. You can now rent goats on Amazon. This is from 2015, team, right? This is big. This is what website is this? Metro. Calm down the adverts. Gone are the days when Amazon was merely an online bookshop, although it is, and you can get hold of my Skinny Jean Gardener book, How to Get Kids Gardening, available now for $9.99. Long are the days when Amazon was merely an online bookshop. So long gone, in fact, that you can now order a tribe, a trip, a drove, a herd, or even a flock of goats from the global e-tailer. Yes, really. The Goaty New initiative, I wonder if this is still going, comes as Amazon launches new home services whereby customers can order, you guessed it, home services rather than just books and DVDs and other things people buy. Offering a range from everyday plumber work. All right, let's get to the goats bit, such as the opportunity to hire a goat grazer to tend to your lawn. According to Amazon's Rent a Goat FAQs, goat can eat tons of grass. They're curious little creatures. They like to at least taste almost anything resembling a plant. They actually love to munch away many types of vegetation that we find invasive, ugly, or harmful to humans. Goats can eat thistles, blackberries, English ivy, kudzu, poison ivy. They can eat it. Poison sumac, a lot of poison oak. Well, they can eat so many poison stuff. As they graze, they will leave behind some droppings too, and you'll get to keep this fertilizer as a friendly parting gift. Unfortunately for UK customers, the service is only available in US, but we can only hope and pray that one day we too will be able to rent goats to tackle that out of control wisteria in the front garden off of Amazon. Does anyone have an out of control wisteria? Why would you have an out of control wisteria? Wow. I need to see if Amazon do it now. How do we find out if this happens? Amazon. Just 5 years ago, that was. Goats. Fire. Goat. Fire. Oh my god. Is it here? Hang on. No. Oh, hang on. We're showing. Wait a second. We ship internationally. Oh, right. Well, I don't need to. Can we just show me the goat? I don't want to sign in right now. Right, go back. It was a good idea. It was a good idea, but hang on. Just wait there. Hang on. It seems to be something that kicked off in 2015 and was never mentioned again. I just want to find out how much. We're not going to find out. It obviously didn't. Obviously didn't work out for Amazon, did it? It didn't quite work out. All right. Here we go. Here's some animals for hire. This has got to be it. This has got to be. Hold on. For your event or filming. Well, I suppose so. Prices start at 600 quid. 600 quid. Prices start. Oh, hang on. Get out of town. You want to talk? You want to talk for 600 quid? 600 quid. How do we get onto goats anyway? Wonder if it comes with its own food. Phone them live on air. If I could phone out, I would. So I can't phone out at the moment. We've not got a system that can do that. That would be impressive, though, wouldn't it? And so I get noticing my mistake. There we go, guys. The future. For anyone listening on the podcast, Sagat has said he'll vent his chickens out for 550 quid if you want to keep that unruly wisteria under control. There we go. Let's have the final ad break. The final half hour of the show. This stream and this podcast is sponsored by Flymo, home of the hover. I made that one up myself, but that should be their tagline. Home of the hover glide. That's my impression of a Flymo hover. Glides across the ground. So easy, so simple. I love Flymos because they make cutting your lawn and caring for your garden so easy. Plus, they've got, I'm just looking around the corner here, an easy glide I've got here. I've got a hover vac. Both are brilliant for different sized gardens. Plus, they've got a new easy store, so you don't even have to plug it in. You put a battery in it and you drive about cutting your lawn. No wires. How easy is that? If you want to find out more and see what I'm talking about, then check out flymo.com right now. This stream is also sponsored by How to Get Kids Gardening, my book, Lee Connolly's book, a top 10 gardening book of 2020. Not my words, but the words of the Independent. Also, in this book, Lee has brought together my passion of nature and wildlife, along with my love of grow your own. Not my words, the words of Jimmy Doherty, of Jamie Oliver's mate. But let's have a little flick through, see what you could do at home as a family. Maybe you could create this, a bird feeder. That's right, you can create a bird feeder just from a plastic bottle. So really simple, really cheap, really easy, a great activity to do with the kids to get outside whatever space you've got. How to Get Kids Gardening, available on Amazon for just a tenner. Woo! Could your product or service be in this part of the show, the advertising part here? If the answer is yes, I think you were thinking about it, weren't you? If the answer is yes, then get in contact at lee@skinnyjeangardener.co.uk. We can talk about saying hello, how you doing? Do you want this? Do you want this pen? Do you? Probably not. It's a digital world now, isn't it? But do you want to buy this pen? Then you can. at Hens Are Us. That is just one example of the many advertising talents that I've got. So if you do fancy it on the stream, come support us, come sponsor us. lee@skinnyjeangarner.co.uk. I've got some great meetings coming up tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. So in the the new year for sure, we can have some funky sponsors. Funky, that's not what I was going to say there. Funky sponsors on the show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you want fancy sponsoring the show, you want to get in touch. We're getting ready for January 2021 to get into the new year with a bang. I'm very excited about that. Right. I was going to move on, but I couldn't. I couldn't move on because I just got sent this. Now, hopefully, I've not listened to this yet. Why? Why do I want to show this? I don't know what it is yet. But here we go. Let's have a little look. Oh, God, this is from Cameron. Right, here we go. There's no sound on it. Right. Well, thanks for that video of Flymo the goat. Not really sure what to say to that. Oh dear. Hey guys. Oh. Sean says, oh, Mondays. Sean says, because Flymos are silent when it works. Good point. All right, good one. It's a good one. We need to find Flymo the goat, guys. Let's start a campaign. One of the things, I don't know if I told you earlier, where are them? I wonder if I've got them over here in the pot. Have I? Not here. No, they're not. I thought they were in the studio. One thing that I need to do, what I'm going to do, is I've got some wildflower seeds. Oh, from Mark actually, and I'm gonna sow some. I'm gonna find an area in the garden. I'm gonna sow some this week, ready for them to pop up next year. So get a little bit of each start of it. So I don't know if you're going to do the same, but wildflowers, really important, obviously. I talk about them quite a bit. And a really good one for Olive. Olive loves wildflowers. I don't know if I told you, she got really protective over them this year. That her cousin come over and picked one. And it started World War III. It was quite a traumatic time. It was the first flower that popped up. And it was like, wow, what are you doing? That's what I'm doing this week. We're going to get that done. One of the things that I'm really enjoying, actually, is we are getting... we're picking Olive up from school and doing a little bit of gardening in the evening, just a little bit, just to finish the day off, which seems to be doing quite well. Doing a little bit of that. Not when it's raining, obviously. Said that at the start of the show. Not when it's raining. That's a no. That's a no go. Amazing. Flymo and Gizmo, the goats, live down the road from me at the Horanum Museum in Forest Hill. I'll go and interview them. I don't know if this is true. If Sean goes to interview the goats, we'll, of course, put that video up on the show. I don't know if I can be any fairer than that, Sean. If you want to come on, that's fine. Richard said, that's another view. We got one! We got one, guys. Got another view. I don't know. Who knew goat chat would last so long? Wildflowers, I should say. Yes, I'm going to do them. I need to find a different area in my garden, which means I have to tear up a little bit more grass, which I don't mind too much. But I planted up where my wildflowers were at the start of the year. So I need to find a new little area to get them going. Is there any goats in your booklet? No, not in this book. But maybe in book 2, if there was ever going to be one. I did mention it actually the other day that I was going to do a schools book. There's 17,000 primary schools. 17,000 primary schools in the UK. Thereabouts. Maybe give or take a couple 500. And I had the thought of creating a school book and get at least 10 books to each school. That's just quite a lot, isn't it? How many did that make? It's 117,000 books, maybe. Probably don't put me in charge of the mathematics, but there's quite a few books. And for free, I was going to obviously get fit. I'll be honest with you, I haven't got that amount of money to do that yet. But yeah. But anyway, so my point is, which sort of nicely brings me over to what is happening, is Garden Club. I did mention it real briefly earlier, and we're going to talk about it a lot more probably Thursday because it launches on Friday. Brand new club that I've put together, which is launching for you guys, just for you. But for schools, it's for free. I'm giving it away for absolute free to all schools. So if you are a teacher, or you are a head teacher, or a parent that is pally with a teacher, or you can just tell the teacher, on Friday we will be able to take schools on for free onto that platform, which I'm really excited about. It's called Garden Club, or GDN Club, however you read it. And basically what's going to happen is, even though this goes onto a podcast, which is really exciting, I didn't know that. Even though it's really exciting, we can do this, we can chat every night. What's going to happen on there is each weekend you're going to get a breakfast club chat. So breakfast with me. So every morning, or every Saturday morning, you can get up, have breakfast, listen to me. I'll do a little radio show each Saturday for you to listen to. And then it will give you ideas that what you can do at the weekend with the kids, and the kids can get involved. We'll do little fun bits for them as well during this little radio breakfast show. It won't be about 20 minutes every week, or 30 minutes, and get you inspired, hopefully, to get outside and get gardening. Then also, a part of it, this is a bit of a sales pitch now, I don't want to be pitchy with it. You get a video each month, again, showing you a bit of a how-to, bits like that. There's also a community area where we all share our ideas and get together and answer questions. And then there's also an Ask Me question, where you get direct access to me. If you want to ask me a question, then you can just literally type it in your phone, send it to me. I'll send you a text back. Boom, sorted. So there's loads of different parts of it. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. It's on my website. Is it on the website properly yet? Garden Club. If you want to check it out, maybe I'll find a link before the end of this show and I'll put it in the comments for you. But it's not officially launched, although you can technically buy it now if you want to. It's not officially launched till Friday. There's been a lot of work involved in that, which I'm very excited about. Did you know? I did know. I didn't know. Did you know it's Teachers' Day? I didn't. Teachers' Day is a special day for the appreciation of teachers and may include celebrations to honour them for their special contributions to a particular field area or community in general. I didn't know it was Teachers' Day. I'll thank the teachers tomorrow. I'll thank them tomorrow. Hi, I have a question about loofahs. Oh my gosh. I know Sutton sell the seeds, but I'm wondering if anyone has any advice on growing them. Will they do best in tubs with seaweed feed? Oh, Kelly. What a question. I know someone in the group will know about that. Never grown them. It's a tough one, that. Will they do best in tubs with seaweed feed? If you know, call in on 07 423 574 520. I always say hey guys, I'm not an expert in, some say anything, in everything. Like me, in everything. And that's why this fantastic little community can help out with that. Loofahs. Sutton sell them apparently. I wonder if anyone has any advice on growing them. And will they do best with seaweed feed? Let's find out if anyone's got any advice on that, guys. From Kelly. Kelly, I'm going to send you a book tomorrow, so you'll be getting a book in the post. Great. Can you send me a DM with the details so I can show the school? Yeah, I will. I'll make a little. I'll do a little email. I'll send it over to you as well, so you can show the school all about that. 17,000 schools, right? 17,000. Wowza. So, loofahs. Yeah. Sug's never grown loofahs, but keep me in to try it. Oh, hello. This seems like a bit of a challenge. Challenge, Suggs. Challenge, Suggs. No worries, Kelly. No worries. I don't want to Google it. Well, let's give it a... I don't really want to Google it. It's not really about this show, is it? Well, I know what I can do for anyone. For anyone, have a little look. No, I'm not going to Google it, but let's have a little look. That's how you spell it, is it? You spell it. Loofah. I want to get an image up of what we're dealing with here. I mean, these look quite complicated to grow, he says. They're not cheap little seeds either. I'm not. You can't see this, guys, until I bring it up on the screen. $5.99 for them seeds. Seems like a lot. I think it's got a H on the end, Kelly, from what I've found. But look, if anyone's thinking, what are we talking about here? I've personally not. Oh, do you know what? I've personally never grown them. I've never even thought about growing them, and I'm not sure if I know anyone that has ever grown. Look at the size of them ones. That has grown them. See, you've put a curveball into the old group tonight, Kelly. Here's one man that does know. Sean says, loofahs like full sun and well-drained but moist soil, enriched with plenty of compost or well-rotted manure. They're grown like a winter squash or a hard-shell gourd. And they're long, 30 feet isn't unusual. Vigorous vines need lots of room to roam or a steady trellis to clamber over. I hope I read that in all the energy that Sean James wrote it. But there we go. Look, this is what happens. Maybe we should be sponsored by loofahs. Just ordered loofah seeds, so we'll be growing them next year. They sound similar to cucumbers. Yeah, I think that's what we're finding. Similar to squashes, similar to cucumbers. Seem like they get pretty big. They look pretty similar as well. Let's be honest, don't they? They look pretty similar. And Richard's also saying that Kirsty's from My Little Allotment. Go check out her Instagram. May have grown has grown them already. She has grown them. I was going to search for it, but in case you've got so many pictures, I don't know if I'll find them. So that's interesting. Well, there we go. Look, Richard. I don't know if Richard was planning on growing them, but now he's definitely going to be growing them. So without sounding too like I'm from Essex, I'm too harsh on the Essex clan. Are we? Are we look? Are we looking at these as like they're not like loofahs as in the stuff you'd like have in the bath, right? any sentence, any sentence to start with without sounding too Essex is that never works well, does it? You can eat them, but are we talking? Are we talking the ones you can like wash? You can wash yourself with, right? But you can also eat them. I didn't know you could eat them. Realistically, I would say to expect 6 good side loofahs per vine. You said the magic word. Challenge. Challenge loof. Challenge loofahs. Challenge loofahs. If Surrogate's ordered some seeds, I'm gonna steal some seeds from him next week. Make sure there's plenty of seeds in that packet's goods. Yeah, like goods. Okay. All right. Seems like if Sug's gonna grow them, I reckon Sean must grow them for him to know about them. Callie's gonna grow them. That's pretty much all the audience. We're all growing them. All right. I need to write a list down, really, don't I? I need to write. Someone remind me. It was Suggs. Remind me. Never grown them. Never wanted to. But I feel like this show's going to make me grow some stuff up. Exactly that. Never wanted to. Interesting chat about something exotic. Yes, that's right. Dan wants me to grow them so I can scrub his back. Well, I mean, sure. I mean, sure. Could be the perfect Christmas present, right? Homegrown loofahs. Let's grow some loofahs. I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. All right. All right. Well, we'll see. Bet they are like Weetabix eaten dry. So you can eat them. So you got 10 minutes. Hold the line. Kitchen Garden Dan just rolled in, saying hi everyone, good evening. So I'm late. A bit late. A bit late. A bit late. 10 minutes. We're talking loofahs, Dan. We're talking loofahs. Got any loofahs? Talking loofahs tonight. Just done 2 hours worth of loofah chat. Not quite. But loofah chat. If you've grown loofahs, let us know in the comments. So if you don't, I believe they're like courgettes. So if you don't let them dry, then you can eat them. They're quite lovely. They're quite tasty, right? If you let them dry out, then you can wash yourself in the bath. Well, that's like unlike any vegetable I've ever heard of. Loofah is an edible plant, so you can harvest young and eat them in the same manner you would a young zucchini or summer squash. They are fickle plant in terms of taste, going from tender to terrible in a matter of weeks. That sounds like the sort of risky game I'll be up for. Loofahs. I really wish I had a pen. Say this. What a pen down there? Someone remind me. Loofahs. Maybe in the week we'll do oh no, a bit early. I think we'll do it over Christmas time. Or maybe Jan. Maybe we'll do a list of stuff we need to grow together right now. Follow Lee. Loofahs is going to be on the list. I can see that. 10 minutes left of the show. 07423 574 520. I feel tired today. I feel really tired in this final part of the show. I think maybe another one of those days today. I've got another day of it tomorrow. Just being on a screen. I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. It's going to be my big break. Snookering you tonight. It's going to be my big break of the week on Wednesday, just to rest the eyes. Tomorrow, the problem with meetings now, isn't it? It's all on the computer, which is doing my my noggin in a bit. I've got some good meetings, but it's just, when you're looking at the screen, it's making me struggle a bit. You go, Luther seed packet content, 15 seeds, $2.99. Ordered, sorted. Says Sean. He's sorted. 15 seeds, $2.99. Where'd you get them from? Frozen? I don't know what you mean, Harry, by Frozen, but thanks for watching on Twitch. Nice one. Frozen? Suttons, okay. Kelly's, this is chat going on in the group here. Sure, are they from Suttons? Something else. Suttons. $2.99. We can handle $2.99, can't we? I think what we'll do is, we'll do that in maybe in a few weeks' time. We'll do a show. We'll order some bits. We'll have a little plan up about next year. I mean, that's what it's about now. I feel like we're getting to that point. Cool beans. I feel like we're getting to that point now. I need to start planning because I don't want to be caught in the rush of next year, which I feel like is going to be a rush of people thinking, Gardner was good last year. We should definitely do that again. We need to be ahead of that curve. Ahead of that curve, guys. I was going to say something really important there. Now it wasn't going to be important, was it? But yeah, we're going to do that show. We'll do that show in a couple of weeks' time. We've got a busy couple of weeks coming up. We are doing tomorrow. We've got George Lamb on the show, which I'm very excited about. We're going to have a lot of conversation after that. Then Thursday, possibly, I'll talk to Mark. But we're going to have Mark on, and we're going to do a show about what children can grow throughout the year and the season to continue that story. Then next week, I've got a few possible interviews booked in, which I'm really excited about. Big Z is coming on the show. Must text him back after the show tonight. Mr. Matt Biggs is coming on. I'm going to get him to talk about what he does kids garden wise, what he's been up to since we last had him on the show. So listen back to that little gem of a podcast. Who else we got coming up? Ron Finley. Am I talk about Ron Finley? Tried to get him on. Bunts that we could not afford right now. That we cannot afford. He's doing well. Let me tell you, he's doing all right. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. Bunts for that, my friend. Anyway, the Luther chat continues in the chat. 20 seeds found for 99p from my supply. He's not saying who. He's keeping it quiet. Who's got the biggest loofah? Who's grown the biggest loofah? Find out this time next year as we do the Great British Loofah Off. Actually, that's what I'm going to call the pumpkin. Oh, that's what we've got coming up very soon. We've got keep doing that. I know it's annoying. Sorry, listener. We've got our Halloween show on the 29th of October. So be ready for that. It's very exciting. Get that guy from Kids TV on. The one who was in a band on X Factor. Mark and Sam guy. Do you mean Sam and Mark? We've had Sam on. Sam's been on the show already. Are we having a live bonfire show? I'll be honest with you, I've not thought about it. Let's do the Halloween show first. 29th. You ready for that? Hey, last 5 minutes, bit early. Last 5 minutes of the show. 07423 574 520. Come join me for the last 5 minutes. Come say hello. I'm tired tonight. Got to see Oliver's pumpkin when it's done. Yeah, we'll definitely show that. The Great British Pumpkin Off happening on the 29th. So if you've got a pumpkin that perhaps you're going to carve before the 29th, then make sure you take a photo of it. I want to see it. The biggest pumpkin grown will get a prize. The biggest pumpkin grown will get a prize. We call it the Great British, the very original title, the Great British Pumpkin Off, coming the 29th of October. Majority of vegetable seeds are 99p from King Seed. Quality service, Cheshire Homestead says. Quality from King's. Just out the road for me, Kings. Hope we're doing a New Year's Eve show. I don't know about a New Year's Eve show yet. I'm just working out a bit of a schedule over Christmas because I love doing these shows. I just need to work out because we've got for Christmas Eve. It's on a Thursday. So we're going to have to wait and see about that. I'm not sure about it yet, he says. And what do you do with the pumpkin photo then? So, right. Okay, Cheshire Homestead made a good point. So if you go, if you've got a pumpkin now, if you've harvested the pumpkin right now, telling the rules now, let's do it now. It's another month away yet. If you've got the pumpkin now, take a photo of it next to your hand, unless you've got a ridiculously small hand, then that would be unfair. Take a photo of it next to an average size hand, and then send it to lee@skinnyjeangarner.co.uk with your name, and we will judge it that way. Because I know that we're like us, desperate to carve it a bit earlier. When Sean said about the children's centre coming on your show, thinking he was talking about Mr. Tumble. No. Well, funny you say that. I was funny you were saying that, Dan. I was hanging out with Mr. Tumble last year at Camp Festival. And, I was just backstage. I broke in backstage. I was just backstage watching Mr. Tumble, and then he come off stage. And I can only say that I was crowned the best dad of the day, as I got Olive a photo with him, and she said hello to him. And then we got kicked out. We're not quite kicked out. But, yeah. Best dad of the day that day. And at one point, I wonder if he'll come on the podcast. I bottled it. Got to do New Year's Eve, as it's my birthday. Oh, it's Ian's birthday on New Year's Eve. Oh, my gosh. A Christmas Day show. I asked Amanda if I could do one. It didn't go well. Yeah. Oh, we're not doing a Christmas Day. I'm really sorry. We're not doing a Christmas Day show. That would be cool, right? But we're not. Well, I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. That'd be cool. But I'll think about New Year's. We'll see if we can do something. Is it the biggest pumpkin or the heaviest pumpkin? Nah, big. Don't worry about weight. Just we're going for the biggest looking pumpkin. Do we do? I never knew we could do so many. I know so many. Pumpkin questions. Do we do best carving 2? I'm going away to Pembrokeshire in a wooden pod. I hope the internet works in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll do the best carving as well. All right. There's 2 tiers to it. I would love to see Mr. Tumble on the show. All right, we'll see what we can do. That'd be funny. I'll be live on Christmas Day from my allotment for my usual 11 a.m. show, says Sean. New Year's Eve show with the 30 party streamers you have. That'd be a hell of a show. God. Right, tomorrow we are back with Mr. George Lamb. Don't miss it. Hey, do me a favour, guys. I mean, I probably should say this at the start of the show, but if you fancy it and you don't mind, just give this a share. Give it a share on your streams, or give tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show is going to be a good one. Share tomorrow's show, and we can grow this beautiful thing we call love. A bit much, perhaps, but there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to everyone that's called in tonight. Tomorrow, looking forward to it. Like I say, George Lamb tomorrow, and your calls too. So have a great rest of your evening, and much love. Facilia. Or Pacilia. You just read it off there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear Anon. I've done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
Are you going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah, I didn't say